Hey you guys, it's your girl T. So I want to come out here and talk about the whole Oprah Winfrey situation, honey. Go ahead and grab your teacups because this tea is piping hot. What's going down with the queen of talk, Miss Oprah Winfrey? We rarely ever get an Oprah Winfrey story, but I couldn't pass up on this story at all. So what's going down is that basically the National Enquirer is saying that Oprah Winfrey has a secret son and that she refuses to acknowledge him. She refuses to do anything for him. And they're basically trying to make her out to be the bad guy. So after researching the story and checking out more information on this dude named Calvin Mitchell, I've come to the conclusion that the National Enquirer is full of shit and they owe Oprah Winfrey an apology. Let me go ahead and break down what's going on with Oprah and this dude named Calvin Mitchell, okay? Grab your teacups and let's sip slow to this piping hot tea, okay? So what went down is that basically Calvin Mitchell heard that Oprah was going to be on the Stephen Colbert show. And so he went there to go meet up with Oprah Winfrey. And so as he's there, Oprah's signing autographs. She sees him. He's trying to talk to her. And Oprah's like, get the fuck away from me, dude. I have top flight security all around me. You need to back the hell up. Okay, maybe Oprah didn't say that, but a picture's worth 1,000 damn words. And it looked like that's what she wanted to say to this idiot. So what's going down is that basically Calvin Mitchell was given a golden opportunity. He was an extra. If you guys remember back in the 90s, I remember I was like in 6th or 7th grade. Oprah did this TV movie called Ain't No Children Here, and it was about like the gangs in Chicago, and she was a single mother trying to raise like 2 or 3 boys and trying to keep them out of the gangs. I remember like, you know, there was one gang with like purple do-rags, and there was another gang with like gold do-rags. It was a really, really good movie. I remember everybody talked about it the next day at school. So what went down is that basically Calvin Mitchell was one of the extras there. And you guys know when you're an extra on a movie set, you're not allowed to go up to like the, you know, the directors or the, you know, the main stars and stuff like that. They usually keep like the background and the extras in a whole separate location. Well, being that Calvin was a little kid, he decided to kind of roam the set. So as he's roaming the set, he ends up, you know, grabbing a cold drink. And he goes up to Oprah and he says, you know what, you look kind of thirsty. It's hot out here. I bought you a cold drink. He had got her a Coca-Cola or something like that. So Oprah was just flattered, you know, because she said she was so used to people always coming up to her, wanting something from her. But to see this little boy go out his way to find her and bring her something to drink, she was really happy about that. So she got Calvin's name and phone number, found out that he was living in poverty. You know, his mother had a lot of kids. She really, you know, was struggling to raise them. So Oprah decided to, you know, kind of adopt him. She took this little boy under her wing, and he was about maybe 10 years old or something like that at the time. So Oprah is taking care of this kid, looking out for him, put him in the top prestigious, you know, schools. So he ends up starting high school. He gets kicked out of one high school. Oprah decides to give him a second chance, okay? After he got kicked out the first one. She gives him a second chance. He's going to this prep school away from Oprah and away from his mother. He says the whole time he's calling back home to Chicago and his brothers are running the streets. They're doing them. They're going to this party and that party. The mama's saying that she misses her son and she wants him to come back home. He calls Oprah and Oprah's like, you know what, just stick with it. It's going to pay off. You know, just finish off the next 3 years of your schooling. Then you can go back and be with your family if you so choose. So shortly after he has that conversation with Oprah, he then decides not to take her advice. He decides to drop out of school for the second time and go stay with his mother. So after that, Oprah washed her hands of him, and I don't blame her. And this dude missed out on a golden opportunity. Hell, I'm a grown-ass woman, and I wish Oprah would adopt me. You know what I'm saying? This dude messed up a golden opportunity. This man could be, you know, one of the executives at Harpo Studios. He could be making $100,000 a year had he done what Oprah set out for him to do. You know what I'm saying? Had he stayed under Oprah's wing and allowed Oprah to educate him and help him out through life, he would have been set. But he chose to go follow his hood booger family, and now he's not doing anything with his life, and he's trying to sit here and literally blackmail Oprah into talking to him. And as we all know, Oprah don't play that running to the press shit about her family business. She does not play that, you know what I'm saying? So he really messed up any type of reconciliation or reconciling with Oprah. He's totally messed that up by going to Radar Online and to the National Enquirer. This is a grown man. He has no one to blame but himself. He needs to cut them damn dusty ass braids out his hair and go get a real job as opposed to trying to spill tea to the National Enquirer and to Radar Online. Oprah doesn't owe him anything. It's obvious that this man still has his hand out, and he's hoping that Oprah can look out for him. This is the only reason why he's bringing this story to light, and the way that they try to spin it was as if Oprah gave birth to a son and gave him up. This dude is no blood relation to Oprah Winfrey. She went out her way to look out for him, to, you know, treat him right, to treat him like a son, to pay for his education, and he messed that up, so he needs to take personal responsibility and go have several damn seats, okay? How you doing?
Tonight's top story, Oprah Winfrey gets set up in a tabloid ambush.
Oprah with her hand out to say hello, a kind touch on the chest. But what Oprah didn't know is that the stage reunion was a total setup. After a recent appearance with Colbert, a tabloid arranged for this confrontation between Oprah and the man the tabloid is calling her secret son. Good headline, just not the truth. I spoke with Oprah on the phone this morning.
He never was my son. He was a child. I befriended, moved the entire family out of the projects, got his mother a job. I tried, put him in 2 different schools. He refused, and I said, I'm now done. I did have a son at 14. That son was a baby who died. And I would have to say, if I was a birth son, I'd be looking for me too. You know, I'd be like, Mama, what happened?
She tried to help me help myself. In my heart, I want to talk to her because we never said goodbye.
Oprah told me she first met Calvin more than 20 years ago. In fact, E.T. was on the set of the TV movie where it happened.
I befriended, a number of the children, and one little boy named Calvin was standing on the steps, and I said, "Oh, gee, Calvin, where do you live?" And he said that he lived in the building that we were shooting in, which was a pretty, rundown building. I mean, I wanted to weep.
That really bothered me that I let her down.
Actually, as I left, and he was looking so forlorn, so I said to somebody on my team, will somebody get Calvin's number so that, I could contact him later? I didn't realize the whole thing was a setup. And then when I found out that the whole thing was a setup, I was no longer interested in speaking to him.
Does it hurt?
I wouldn't say hurt. I wouldn't go so far as to be hurt. Disappointed? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, wow, whoa.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
I'm sorry that happened to you, but I'm glad if we can clarify it a little bit.
Yeah. I wanted to share it with you because I know you would get it straight. Your agenda is to get the truth, not just to make up a story. So that's why I wanted to share it with you.
And we appreciate your sharing it with us, Oprah.
First thing you said when you walked in the meeting this morning, I'm going to call Oprah and get to the bottom of this, the real story.
Get it straight from her.
Yeah.
And I also asked Oprah if her experience made her feel like she didn't want to help people anymore. And she told me that it has made her more careful. I mean, it would make me more careful. And it has changed how she helps other people. And that was a good thing, meaning she learned something from it. But, I mean, we know Oprah's not going to stop helping people. That is who she
is. Anyways, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. How do you feel about this whole Oprah Winfrey mini scandal? Do you feel like Oprah owes this grown man anything from sympathy to talking to him to reconciling with him? Or do you feel like Oprah's doing the right thing by distancing herself from him and keeping it pushing? And then also, do you feel like this dude is an opportunist and he's not genuinely trying to talk to Oprah? He's just looking for some money. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right, deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.